Like my haircut. I mean to get it cut for a couple weeks now, and I finally did it a couple days ago, and I feel great now. My ears have never felt this much air. So this isn't Time Force. No, because I cut like late last week. That's what I'm doing today. So yes, this is the newest part of the Legacy line, the Legacy Dragon Dagger. And this thing is fantastic from top to bottom. So, let me show off the box a little bit. Got a real cool picture of Green Ranger right there with the dagger being shown inside. The whole 24 karat gold thing. Nice little picture of Dragon Zord right there, Legacy Dragon Dagger. On top, see the main six right there. It's a picture of it. On the side, the other side's the same. The bottom just has info on it. In the back, here with a picture of Tommy. And it has a little brief story of Green Ranger's powers right there, if you want to pause it and look at that real quick, in case you're curious. So, onto the thing itself. Once you pull it out, it's going to look like this. No tape or anything, and an instruction manual in case you're too slow to figure out how to use this. It's really not hard. So on to the thing itself, and as you can see here, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. All of the gold you see is metal. This thing is heavy. Getting some glare on the camera. Actually, I think this part right here, I don't know what this is made of. The black parts up here, I don't know what that's made of, but this thing is heavy. Here's the back end of it if you want to see it. The speaker for the thing is on this coin right there. So much die cast. So this is, the blade part is a really tough rubber. I mean, you can bend it, but it's really tough to. Like I said, all of the gold is metal. Just see if you can get an idea, if you can get an idea if you hear that. The green is plastic. The black is plastic. Really nice detailing on the dragon coin there on both sides, even with the speaker in it. Real good design on the flute part of it. And the handle. Really good detailing on and sculpt on that. I'll show you the other side real quick. On-off switch is this thing right here. That's how you turn it on and off. Okay. So this thing has 3 buttons, obviously, right here. That's as far as they go in. No big deal. And then the mouthpiece up here is a button also. You can't blow into it. It's a solid piece. You just have to push this down. So obviously when you push this down, it makes different noises. So if we turn it on with this. This speaker is loud. Surprisingly, for such a little tiny thing, it is loud. So each little button here will give us like an attack noise. Ow. Ow, that's still too loud. And just a Alright, so that's all you get with that. So if you press this down, it changes the noises. You can push this down with your mouth if you want to look authentic with it, but this thing, you have to put some force onto it, so it's going to be weird. Yeah. So you don't have to hold this down. while it's playing, you can let go of the button and you can just start pressing all the buttons to make it look like you're actually playing it. But the minute you press the button again, it stops it. That would be good if you want to do this, the middle button here. So that's the first button. The outer button, I know my speakers distorts audio whenever something's really loud because it distorts the legendary morphers thing, so I'm trying to back this thing up so you can hear it better. Hope that doesn't warp on the video. Really clear too. And you can just keep looping it if you wanted to. So that's cool. Now the middle one plays the entire TV length opening version of the MMPR theme song, lyrics and everything. It's taken right out of the TV show, except it doesn't have the sound effects in it. I won't play that because I have seen a few reviewers get copyright threats when they played that in their review of this thing, like Dawson Rider. He had to re-upload his review of it because he got a copyright warning because he played the MMPR theme song on this. So, you know what, let me just give you an idea real quick. If I get a flag or something, I'll re-upload this without this in it. Okay, that's enough for you to get the idea. And it plays the entire, like, what, 30-second intro version that they use in the theme song, which is pretty nice, actually, compared to the really weird 8-bit version that the Morphers had, that it seemed like it couldn't keep up with how fast the song was. It couldn't poop out the noises as fast as the song could play them, and it sounded really awkward. But this thing plays the actual TV length intro, which is really not, and it's really good quality too. Don't get me wrong. This little speaker is loud and it has some really good quality in it. So, would I recommend this to you? How can I not? This thing, as of right now, is probably my favorite thing in the Legacy line to date. That's out of the two Morphers and the Megazord that I have over there that I haven't reviewed yet. This thing is easily my favorite of everything. It is, this is, I think, size accuracy wise, perfect for cosplaying. As you can, let me turn this off. Perfect for cosplaying. It's heavy. It's got a good amount of weight to it. Details are perfect. It is shiny. Shiny is always nice, and especially in something like this. It has all of the right sounds. They sound perfect out of the speaker. They're loud. Only problem is depends on if you want to pay $80 for this. I managed to get lucky and get it at Toys R Us last week when they had a 25% off all Power Rangers things. So I got this thing for $60, same price as the Morphers. So that was a benefit on my end. That thing has ended. That was only the last week. So, oops. I kind of wanted to get this video up last week so I can inform people just in case you didn't know. But I was busy all weekend with stuff and I couldn't do it until tonight. But if you do plan, if you've been considering getting this, just do it. This is just magnificent. This is easily one of the best things Bandai of America has ever made. And it is a wonderful, wonderful collector's item. It's fun to mess with. It's just pretty to look at. Like, when I was pulling it out of the box and lifting it out of this thing for the first time, when I was on Skype with my friend Frankie, who I mention a lot, part of the Otaku Sentai Digi-Ranger group that we're part of. Um, as soon as I got home with it, he was like, "Get on Skype and unbox it in front of me." And I did that, and as soon as I pulled it up on camera, his face just lit up, and I had this big grin on my face because when you finally pull this thing out of the box and hold it in your own hands, the beauty of this thing just jumps out at you, and it's something else. Like if you like Mighty Morphin, if you like Zoo Ranger, if you just like Tommy in general, or if you just like collecting stuff for the 20th anniversary, get it. Just don't even question it. Just get it. This thing is just perfect. Um, when I say perfect, I mean it too, because I don't think I have any complaints with this thing. In case you are curious, batteries go in the hilt down here. It takes 2 AAAs. That's it. 2 AAAs. It's not. That's not too bad actually, compared to some of these other things like the Legendary Morpher and the 2 Morphs up here that take watch batteries. The AAAs are easier to get a hold of. I love doing that. So yeah, definite recommend. I can't praise this thing enough. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot praise this thing enough. I as soon as I saw the first pictures of this thing at was it Comic-Con last year? I started drooling over this thing and I said I can't wait to get my hands on it. And I had high expectations for how great this thing was. And when I got it, those expectations were blown out of the water. Like this thing was much better than I even thought it could have been. So yeah, seriously, this is like one of my favorite things I own right now. This thing is fantastic. So if you have any questions about this thing, like if you're curious if like well, if you're curious about anything about it, go ahead and ask me. Um I don't know if this is on tru.com or not. I got this in an actual store. My crappy Toys R Us actually got something in relatively close to its release date. I'm stunned. My Toys R Us still hasn't gotten in the Legacy Megazord, and that thing's been out for what? What, almost a quarter, 3/4 of a year now? I had to drive all the way up to Birmingham to find the thing. But yeah, I can't praise this thing enough. Like, seriously, I just cannot praise this thing enough. And to think, I went there to get this, which surprisingly is not a bad toy in its own right. But then when I went there to find this, I found this. So I got these both on the same day. So I'm just sitting here like, am I cool yet? Screen cap that if you want to. Alright. Well, one more last look at it for you guys. Alright, I'm going to stop flaunting this thing now before I get I'm so jelly messages. Alright.